Shalom. What does it take to be a leader under COVID times, or indeed at any times? What are the qualities needed by a prime minister or president, chief medical officer or head of NASA's Mars Perseverance team, homeschooling parent, or indeed community rabbi? Our mystical source, the Zohar, uncovers a key message for what is absent in this week's Parshat. Moses enjoyed a privilege above all other prophets and sages in our history. God spoke directly to him. From the beginning of the book of Exodus to the end of the Torah, his name is mentioned in every Sidra of a week, with one exception. His name is absent from this week's Parshat. Yet the Sidra begins with God addressing Moses directly with the words Va'ata Tetzaveh, and you shall command, with the pronoun ata, you, standing by itself as a separate word for emphasis, rather than being incorporated in the usual way of Hebrew grammar, Tetzaveh, you shall command. And the Zohar points out that this peculiarity is employed 3 times more in the description of the tabernacle with God addressing Moses. Va'ata hakrev elecha, and you shall bring near to you. And in chapter 28, verse 3, Va'ata tedaber, and you shall speak. And finally, in next week's Parsha, chapter 30, verse 23, Va'ata kach lecha, and you shall take for yourself. 4 verses then, with Moses being addressed directly by God with the extra word va'ata. Va'ata tetzaveh, and you shall command. Va'ata kach lecha, and you shall take for yourself. Va'ata hakrev elecha, and you shall bring near. Va'ata tedaber, and you shall speak. Here lies the hidden message of leadership. The Zohar explains that God is declaring Moses' special qualities of leadership by addressing him in this way. And the phrases can be seen to demonstrate the different 4 styles of leadership that Moses would have to employ. And they are qualities that each one of us, whenever we exercise a leadership role, should think about employing as well. First, there are occasions when what is necessary is va'ata tetzaveh, and you shall command. A leader fundamentally is one who is entitled to give orders. He must at times be the commander-in-chief, issuing instructions for his people and for his community. A Jewish leader, though, cannot just rule only by fiat and decree. His role has to include va'ata hakrev elecha, and you shall bring close to yourself. It's vital he should be able to connect with his people to gain their support. He cannot just command, he also must be approachable. His ability to draw people into his confidence and to reach out with warmth is a vital part of his role. At other times, a key part of his function is simply to address his people. This is no mean task. He needs to be able to express his message with clarity and conviction. He needs to be able to inspire when times are tough. Va'ata tedaber, and you shall speak, is the dimension of leadership that demands effective and sometimes rousing communication. As John F. Kennedy said of Winston Churchill, he mobilized the English language and sent it into battle. Finally, there will be times when what is required is va'ata kach lecha, you shall take for yourself. There will be occasions when the leader cannot delegate. The task will be to take personal responsibility of the situation, become directly involved. 4 phases then of leadership derived from God's direct speech to Moses: to command, to connect, to communicate, and to control. The true challenge of a leader is to know when to apply which role, when to be boss and when to bond, when to talk and when to keep quiet and get your hands dirty. Moses can do it. Can we follow his lead? Shabbat Shalom.